What if I told you that the minimalist movement, the push to simplify your life, wasn't just a harmless trend? What if it was actually part of a larger, hidden agenda designed not to free you, but to make you easier to control? We're constantly bombarded with messages to declutter, simplify, and live with less. But here's the thing. What if that's exactly what they want you to do? Is there more to the simplicity movement than meets the eye? In this video, we're going to dig deep into the mystery behind minimalism. Is it really a path to freedom, or could it be a tool for compliance? Stick with us as we uncover whether simplifying your life is an act of rebellion or whether you're unknowingly falling into a well-designed trap. If you're ready to question everything you know about the simplicity movement, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the hidden side of minimalism. The hidden agenda behind minimalism. Minimalism promises peace, freedom, and focus. But what if it's also about stripping away something far more valuable? Your independence. It's sold to us as the key to a better life. Declutter your surroundings, make fewer choices, and find inner calm. But here's the question. Who benefits from this? Governments and corporations thrive on predictability. The fewer decisions we have to make, the more easily we fit into their systems. Imagine this. When you reduce your material possessions and simplify your life, you're also reducing the scope of your choices. It feels freeing on the surface, but are you really gaining freedom, or are you quietly surrendering control? Consider this. Corporations and governments function best when the population is compliant and predictable. If everyone's life is pared down to the basics, there's less diversity in choices, less individuality, and, ultimately, less resistance. The fewer distractions you have, the fewer things you own, the less you have to question. And there's more. Simplicity can lead to dependency. The less you own, the more you rely on external systems. Think about it. A person living with a bare minimum must depend more on societal structures, whether for food, shelter, or technology. This creates a cycle of quiet reliance, where the very system encouraging minimalism benefits from your need for its services. So, ask yourself, are we being subtly steered into a form of compliance, all while believing we're freeing ourselves from consumerism? Could this widespread push for simplicity be about more than just decluttering? Could it be about molding us into more manageable, predictable citizens? The real reason behind decluttering. Decluttering has long been linked to spirituality. Monks, sages, and philosophers advocated living simply to achieve enlightenment. But in today's world, it's hard not to notice the economic undercurrent behind the minimalism trend. At first glance, it seems innocent. Clearing out your closet, reducing your possessions, and cutting out distractions. But when you look closer, you'll notice something curious. The simplicity movement has become a booming industry. We're buying books, following influencers, purchasing minimalist furniture, and even paying for apps that help us declutter digitally. Isn't that ironic? We're spending money to learn how to own less. So, here's the question. Is modern minimalism a true spiritual path or another economic trap? Companies and brands have cleverly monetized our desire for simplicity. They've turned it into a product, a lifestyle, to be sold back to us. And in doing so, they've managed to keep us firmly entrenched in the consumer cycle we were trying to escape. What's even more troubling is how these products promise to deliver a sense of clarity, peace, and control. But how can we find true peace when the act of simplifying has been commercialized? What are we really paying for? Are we buying into an illusion of simplicity designed to make us feel good while still keeping us dependent on a consumer-driven system? Think about it. The true spiritual essence of simplicity was never about products or lifestyles. It was about stripping away material distractions to connect with something deeper. But modern minimalism has turned that ancient wisdom into a commodity, something you have to buy into. Are we following a genuine path to clarity, or are we just playing into the hands of corporations? Could it be that the simplicity movement itself has been hijacked, transformed into yet another money-making machine? Does simplifying your life break you free from the matrix? What if the true purpose of simplifying your life wasn't about materialism at all, but about breaking free from the matrix? The complex system of control that keeps you distracted from the deeper truths about reality? Imagine this. The constant distractions in your life, technology, social media, advertisements, are all part of a carefully designed plan to keep you from seeing the world as it truly is. You're bombarded with options, flooded with information, and overwhelmed with material desires. And as long as your mind is cluttered, you're too busy to question the deeper patterns that shape society. But what happens when you begin to simplify? The less clutter you have, the fewer distractions you face. You start to see the patterns that were once invisible. The distractions that kept you plugged into the matrix begin to fall away, and suddenly, you're able to see the reality behind the illusion. But here's where the mystery deepens. Are you simplifying your life to break free? Or is the matrix guiding you toward minimalism as another layer of control? Think about it. Could the push for simplicity itself be part of the system? Are you being manipulated into believing that you're freeing yourself, when in reality, you're still following the path the system laid out for you? The complexity of modern life, the materialism, the choices, the constant stimulation, acts as a form of control. But if you're not careful, simplicity might become a form of control too. You may feel like you're unplugging from one system, only to be drawn into another, more subtle one. So, ask yourself, is simplicity really helping you escape the matrix, or is it just a new way to keep you docile, predictable, and compliant? The spiritual war for your mind. Is simplicity a weapon for enlightenment? In today's world, there's a spiritual war being fought for your attention, and simplicity might just be your most powerful weapon. Your mind is constantly under attack. Advertisers, social media platforms, and even the news are fighting to occupy your thoughts. But what if simplifying your life could be the key to reclaiming your mind? Historically, spiritual leaders advocated for simplicity as a way to access higher states of consciousness. They understood that a cluttered life leads to a cluttered mind, and by clearing away distractions, you could find clarity, peace, and spiritual growth. But here's where it gets interesting. In modern times, complexity isn't just accidental, it's intentional. Society is designed to overwhelm you with distractions, to keep you focused on material pursuits and shallow desires. The more cluttered your life is, the less likely you are to question the deeper forces at play. That's where simplicity comes in. By decluttering, you clear space in your mind for deeper reflection. You break free from the distractions of the material world and create room for spiritual growth. But here's the twist. The very forces that profit from your distraction might also be selling you simplicity. They know that minimalism can be used as a tool for control, just as much as it can be a tool for enlightenment. So, what's the real story? Are you simplifying to reclaim your mind? Or are you being guided into a new form of control? The ultimate question is whether simplicity will free you or keep you trapped in a spiritual war you didn't even know you were fighting. We've explored some powerful and thought-provoking ideas about the minimalist movement, from its potential as a tool for compliance to its ties with spirituality and enlightenment. But now, the question is yours to answer. Is simplicity freeing you or controlling you? Could the push for minimalism be part of a larger agenda, or is it a path toward breaking free from the matrix? Is it a tool for spiritual growth, or just another form of manipulation? If this video made you rethink everything you thought you knew about minimalism, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let me know in the comments, do you think minimalism is truly freeing, or are we all just falling into a new trap? Let's keep questioning the deeper mysteries together.